Folks at home, welcome back to Ike Live. Thanks for hanging in with us. We've got a full segment left for you of this amazing show. If you were watching, Jordan Lee just joined us, two-time Bassmaster Classic champion. What a great interview. Special guest appearance by his brother Matt. Pretty amazing. Let's see here. Brian the Carpenter,
yes,
how
sir.
you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. Hey, by the way,
shout
out to we got some shout outs from Mark Jeffries to do there.
Oh yeah.
See that on the list? He's got a couple of things coming up.
It's about time you get on the list with me. I've only been waiting for 2 hours.
And speaking of Jordan, Jordan's going to be on. And speaking of Jordan and shitty podcasts like our own, Jordan's going to be on Straightcast on Wednesday night. Those guys are coming back. We had a good time broadcasting with Pat from Straightcast down at the Classic. Pat and Mark, if anybody caught our Classic coverage, and like I said, they're coming back on Wednesday, and they're going to have Jordan Lee and Rick Clunn and Rick Clunn's Buddhist friend on the show.
Wow.
On Wednesday, yeah, Rick Clunn.
Rick Clunn, Buddhist friend.
But his Buddhist friend, I want to hear that guy.
That's cool.
Well, Pat's going to dive into it.
I got a good story about that, but I can't tell that on air at all.
No, I bet
it's going to be. It's going to be in the book.
These Buddhist guys trick these chicks into coming to their place. Their cults. They trick them into doing all kinds of stuff.
Really?
No, that's
stuff,
Yoda.
yeah.
That's yoga.
No, the Buddhist guys do that too. Listen,
That's yoga.
nah, dude, these Buddhist guys. Again, it can't even talk about it on shows. I know we got 12-year-olds watching. It's definitely interesting.
You should have seen Bill Clinton checking out Rick Clunn's wife when he won his first class.
A word?
Yeah, because that's
Oh,
right.
his first one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is there a picture of that?
Yeah.
Is there a picture of that?
Well, you got to pull it up on the video again.
Wow. Does the eye or up and down?
A little bit.
Hey,
You
Rick.
know?
Hey, Rick, why don't you take that trophy over there, boy? Thank you. Don't mind where my right hand is. It's not where you need to see.
I love
That's a
it.
good one, Dave.
We're gonna everybody
Mar-
hanging there with us. We're gonna be giving away some great prizes, but I got a giveaway that I want to do right now. This is a really special segment that I prepared here, and let me read you the letter first before I do our giveaways here. Hold on, let me make sure I got my notes right. Right here, Brian Carpenter, give me a close up of this, and I'm gonna show Pete so nobody thinks I'm bullshitting here.
Oh boy.
Give me a close up of that.
The Triton
Looks
Mustang.
like a-
That's right, Pete. Look at the letterhead.
I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a letter that came to me from the Triton High School Alumni Development Committee, sent to me on March 12th, 2018, and it asked me, big paragraph here. I'm gonna just kind of condense it. Basically, it asked me to nominate two. I am a part of the Triton High School
Alumni
Association. Hall of Fame committee.
I'm out.
And it
You
asked
guys
me,
have like tall hats with tassels hanging
we
off of them?
do, we do. And it asked me, they're going to do 12 inductees in 2018, and it gave me the ability, because I'm one of these guys, to nominate and induct two people into the Hall of Fame in 2018. And this is an amazing thing bestowed upon me from Triton High School and of course, in Runnymede, New Jersey, Pete, you know where I grew up. Mm-hmm. And because of this, I'm going to go ahead and do the honors tonight to let everybody know the two inductees in 2018. By the way, this is going to be done at Oletto's in the fall, in October. So you guys are going to be invited to Oletto's. This is pretty awesome. But I'm going to go ahead, and they actually sent me the certificates tonight to give away on the air because they knew we did the Ike Live show. And this is pretty exciting, but we're doing the awards tonight are going to, and my nominees were for these two are Brian the Carpenter and Dave Brodzik, everybody. Being inducted into the Triton Alumni Hall of Fame.
For what?
And
Wait. For excellence in mediocrity?
Well, we're going to tell you right now. I'm going to go through this.
Oh, my God.
And we're actually going to start with Brian since he's back in the booth. We're going to start with Brian. And just to let you know, this isn't a hoax. This is not a hoax. There's the Triton seal, the official seal right there.
Is that a Ray seal?
No, this feel it. This is real. And Pete,
Get out of here.
just let everybody know, what does it say? Certificate goes to Brian T. Carpenter.
Brian T. Carpenter.
This is Brian the
For
Carpenter.
extraordinary accomplishments.
For extraordinary accomplishments, and I'm going to go into detail. And Brian, when you're there, this is how they're going to read it and present it to you. And this is the Triton High School Alumni Award of Excellence going to Brian T. Carpenter for number 1,
Oh boy.
captaining the Royal Rangers fishing team and teaching them the skills of a fisherman. That's 1. It's pretty amazing.
The Royal Rangers.
Yes, the Royal Rangers fishing team, captaining the fishing team. Number 2.
Royal Rangers was Brian's cult that he was a part of when he was a kid. He was a stepdad. It forced him to be a part of like a religious cult. Royal Rangers.
So the Royal Rangers is like the Boy Scouts for my church group. And by the way, I know somebody else who was a Royal Ranger. John Valdez.
Dragging people down in.
Wow.
You see how that turned out.
All right. Number 2, the award of excellence goes to Brian T. Carpenter for making cut-off jean shorts and boots look cool.
Oh,
Wow.
Hey,
Damn it.
it's hard to do. Make them look cool.
I don't think I did it.
Number 3, Triton gives this award of excellence to Brian T. Carpenter and inducts him into the Hall of Fame for having the ability to create unbelievable, beautiful carpentry that never quite gets finished.
My entire house. All right, what else you got?
And finally, last but not least, the High School of Triton, Black Horse Pike Regional School District, gives this award of excellence to Brian T. Carpenter for half producing the award-winning podcast Ike Live. Yeah, Brian. We're gonna give this to you tonight. You can put this with the rest of your amazing scholarship awards.
Yeah, my third place
You
finish.
receive that.
oh my God.
All right,
I
and
can't wait.
number 2, and this I still can't figure out how they let this one through because Dave, I don't think you actually graduated from Triton.
Neither did I.
I barely graduated from Sterling.
Yeah, I didn't graduate from Triton either, Mike.
What, did
How does this happen?
I attended Triton.
Okay.
I did 3 years there and moved.
All right.
All right, so number 2. This is
Well
the
done.
second inductee in 2018. A Black Horse Pike Regional School District, Triton High School. Award of Excellence awarded to Dave Fatty Brodzik for outstanding accomplishments achieved over the years. Number 1, for being a fine connoisseur and expert on sawdust.
All right. So I got to give the background.
Yes.
All right. So being in like the retard group, I was in like wood shops and metal shops and all the different shops. Instead of like other classes, I was in all the shops.
Instead of
Good
spelling
job,
and
Mike.
learning.
Go ahead. My son's listening.
Number 2.
Son's listening.
Number 2, we sincerely hand this award of excellence to Dave Fatty Brodzik for outstanding accomplishments, including the total dismemberment and dismantling of trolley motor destruction on his Coleman Crawdad.
Dave, how many
Trying to make a repair?
how many bodies you got?
Again. So what
At
happened?
least 3. At least 3.
When you have a boat that's like 6 inches off the water, a regular trolling motor is ridiculous. I tried to trim it down so I'd have a giant head up. Long story, I went up making my trolling motor about like 18 inches, dude. It was ridiculous. That's what the joke is.
Every time.
There could
Sounds
be
like a good idea.
no.
It
because
wasn't.
If someone let out a balloon and pushed it against the water, I was coming out, dude. And that's all
You're
they did
gonna
was
hear him.
laugh.
Dude, I could be back in the Creek Channel at Dennisville, and you'd hear him at the dam.
That laugh, his laugh and his stupid laugh haunted me, dude. It was haunting.
Yeah, but Mike, he also ruined two 4-horse electrics.
Yeah,
Both of them.
We had these 4 horses that we would hook up on the back of our crawdads with all the batteries so we could hammer down. We had some problems electrically, and Brian, for whatever reason, trusted me to do it. And yeah, I burned them up, man. I didn't know what I was doing.
No. You tried to turn the head around so you could put it on the front of your nitro because your foot pedal burned out. So you tried to put it on front of your nitro, and somehow just turning the head around, you rewired the motor and popped it.
Yeah, how about
They're
And then,
how about
and
you
then,
remembering
and then
that
you
and I
borrowed
forgetting?
mine and did the exact same thing and ruined mine.
That's so cool. You remembered that.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Those
I'm
heads
go-
were
I'm go-
designed to spin around.
Yeah, he's
I'm
just
gonna
spinning
start-
around, but he decided to change the black and the white wire.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start remembering some shit tonight. Okay, Mike.
All right, we got two more. Black Horse Pike Regional School District Triton High School awards us excellence to Dave Brodzik for outstanding accomplishments in criminal justice for the most takedowns at Bradley's.
True.
Bradley's.
The most takedowns at Bradley's.
Yeah, I was secure.
Is that true?
It's a retail outlet.
I
Oh
was a
my
plain-
God.
I was a plainclothes security guy at Bradley's apprehending shoplifters. Yep, definitely true.
Did you take them down?
Oh, crackheads, yeah, man. Hell yeah, I was all about that.
I thought you weren't allowed to do that.
Crackheads don't know how to wrestle.
And finally, last but not least, Triton gives this award of excellence, Dave, to you for outstanding accomplishments on the Ike Live podcast for your amazingly funny, crude, and ridiculous jokes, making people feel bad for themselves. Congratulations, Dave. You deserve this award.
I wish I had a time machine to go back in time and take that certificate, wet it, and smack it on the side of Mr. Janung's face for all the insults he ever hurled
Mr.
at me.
Chinook.
Yeah. For all the shit he hurled at me at in-school suspension, telling me what I was going to be when I got older.
Dave, give you your certificate
you.
right here.
Outstanding.
Eric, come
Thank
back here
you.
real quick.
Look at me now, bitches.
Yeah, look at me now. Slap it right
Brian,
on
that thing.
Yeah,
the
who's
side of his buzz cut head.
who's retarded
It's a good
now?
award.
Oh my
Pretty
God.
awesome.
That's nice, Mike. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
thank
Very
you,
good
thank you,
presentation.
Triton, for letting me pick these two guys. I appreciate that.
Are you
Pretty
really?
awesome.
Are you really doing that?
I am doing that. Yeah, look at the letter
Printed that out.
right there. Let Pete read it. He's intelligent. He's the only smart one in the whole group.
That's a fact. Can't tell the difference between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock.
And all these texts that didn't exist.
I can tell. It's a 7 and a 6. The 7
Pete.
was on my phone.
Flat Earth.
All right, Pete, while you're reading that real quick,
Flat Earth.
everybody watching tonight, I'm just going to read this line for you real quick.
Yeah.
Kauf Neigung Daikus.
Oh, Jesus. All right, there you go, folks. If you can decipher that, you win.
Yo,
nothing.
next show I'm coming back with a Polish version of that, dude. I swear to God, I'm going to make a call.
Dude, how many dudes are going to, at the end of the show, like rewind? Like, can you imagine like an old turntable? They're going to press it on
backwards.
vinyl and play it backwards.
No. If you play that next to that thing that recognizes, they can do translations, you'll get it.
Wow.
As long as you did it somewhat decent.
Wow,
Hey,
I thought I did it pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dave Lefevre must die.
It's not that.
Drown the fever in a Triton live well.
I think that's what you said.
By the way, they all didn't die. 4 of them died. 4 of the 5 died.
Yeah,
I did keep one alive.
Pretty good.
You know what? We got to get Mark Jeffries to do a Where Are They Now? Where he goes back and finds that one that lived and recounts the experience from that day.
The one that lived.
Yeah.
Dude, it's probably like
that
an
fish
11
is sitting
pounder.
like that fish is sitting on the end of a shoal with like a corncob pipe, teaching other fish
Yeah.
what
We'll-
not to do.
We'll get the girl that did the Bass Classic
Yeah.
to voice it
Yeah.
voice her.
Yeah, we should.
It was probably that.
Dude, this could be a whole segment. And you got to remember back, dude, in that classic, it was funny because that was the most exciting thing that happened the whole fucking tournament.
I remember.
It was the most exciting thing. They played it over and over and over.
They wore it
Remember who
every
came in
15
first and
minutes.
second in that tournament?
No.
Luke Clausen and Rick Morris.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so like Clausen would like be flipping pads. He'd like catch one like 8
But
pounds.
the big story today.
Yeah, he'd be like, let's put it in live ball and just keep fishing, you know?
And then they cut to it's like beep,
Yeah.
beep,
Yeah.
and then I beep.
Dude,
And Rick
Mike,
Morris would be down the creek throwing a chatterbait, catching good ones, you know, and just Rick would just be like, huh? And then they would cut to the next.
Isn't he going to be on the show later?
He might be. I don't know. I
Scheduled
think he's
again?
scheduled to be on.
Yeah. But
Rick was actually his boat. He was next to me.
I heard.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
We talked. We had a great time. He's a good guy, man.
Is he?
He's a
At
good
this
guy.
year's Classic?
Yeah, he was next to me. I like Rick.
Did you guys
He's a good
talk?
guy.
Did you guys
We
talk about
did.
the
We-
elephant in the room?
Dude, we talked like 2 times during the week. Like something happened when I was out there doing tackle, I can't remember, like the one time
Did he mention why he didn't come on the show? 'Cause I don't
we
care
did
about
not
anything
talk
of the rest
about
of
it
the story.
whatsoever.
Oh.
Dude, it was like it didn't even happen. But it was
That
funny.
makes sense.
I got pissed off twice working on tackle. I can't remember why the first time. Second time I had like this little bag of trailer keepers or Nico rig keepers.
Yeah.
And it was windy and it like blew out of the boat. And I was all pissed off and I'm like, oh, fuck. You know, just, he's like, man, are you at that again? Because it was like the second time.
Putting you in perspective.
Yeah, I like
putting you in
him, man.
perspective.
He's a good guy.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude. But
Yeah. Oh, good.
but anyway, getting back to that classic, yeah. First, second place.
Well,
Lost in
dude,
the Wars.
ESPN ran your footage every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember watching it.
Oh yeah.
I've seen
But
it
that
like
was
10
at the
times a
height of
day.
you being most hated.
Yeah.
No, they
and
made
here's
that. They created that.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I won't name any names, but the dudes that were in control of that footage at the time, they came up to me years later. Man, we had nothing to do with that. I promise you, we had nothing to do with that. That was ESPN's decision. We had nothing to do with that. And I'm like, okay. Don't believe it, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, but that was killer. That was key.
I mean,
Dude,
Mike
I could not
McGregor.
imagine having
To
to
who?
go through what you went through there, though. That was tough.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
anyhow,
it was hurtful, but you learned,
Oh, yeah.
love your haters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
No,
helped
they're
build-
good, yeah.
But
It's
what-
helped build you to who you are. You know?
That's true.
You
Like-
got more exposure than the winners. It's crazy.
Yep.
But like for people that don't know you, like we do, right? All of us who have fished with you,
Right.
like like you watch that first going like live this year in San Diego, and you watch how you reacted with the assassination of those fish on the Triton. Like that's how you are. That's you, dude. That's not some act, man. Like,
Right.
that's you. Me and you in the boat, you and Pete in the boat, you and Brian or Eric. Like that's how you are. Like when
Yeah.
you catch a good one or you catch something.
Yeah.
Like that's all. That is not at all one bit an act.
Right.
It's you, dude.
Yeah.
And that's why people are drawn to you.
Yeah.
right, one way or the other.
Yeah, but they're already gone. People that are here now, but you know that, Brian. This is your quote. Like we got rid of those people. a long
Nah,
time
dude, they
ago.
still pop their head in just to
Well,
let
whatever
out
if
some
they
stress.
do. But we dumped
Yeah,
those
still
dudes
there.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Nah, they're watching this show.
Nah,
There's probably more of them watching this show.
I doubt that.
Stop that.
So speaking of the Where Are They Now, Mark's got two things coming up that he wants us to plug for him. And
Thank you.
They're both pretty awesome. Mike, you got the paperwork. I don't know where it is. I think it's April 21st, is it? His next one-on-one live.
It's a good one.
Yeah, with Jason Christie and poor Brent Ehrler's got to
Wow.
go fish against.
That is
Christie
a good one.
in
That's a
Oklahoma.
That
banger.
is a good one. Listen to me. April 21st, 10 a.m. Central, BassZone.com. Jason Christie versus Brent Ehrler. Dude, that's literally two of the best guys alive right now.
Well,
Absolutely.
what they,
Fishing
they
against each
finished second and third in the classic.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
I mean, they are literally two of the best fishermen
Is
alive
Jason-
right now.
Is Jason still on suicide watch?
I don't think
Would you
so.
be?
I mean,
I can tell you this.
I would be. I would be. I don't think he is. I think he's got that strong, I think he's on a different mindset than I am.
Yeah.
I would still be on suicide watch, but I don't think he is.
Yeah, he was.
No,
he was actually.
you know why though? Let me just say this real quick, Bryce. Sorry to interrupt you. The next elite tournament is Grand Lake.
Yeah.
2 weeks. He ain't on no suicide watch.
No,
he's
he's
trying
got-
to win that tournament,
He's got
man.
vengeance. Yeah.
Yo, Brian, any idea where the one-on-one's going to be?
No, and he's not releasing it.
But it's in Oklahoma, right?
Correct. But
Oklahoma.
but Mark Jeffries actually had Jason Christie on Bass Talk Live.
Yeah.
And it might be the only shitty podcast, if we're talking about shitty podcasts. No,
Yeah.
actually Mark's is good, but he was on there last week. It was good. I just listened to it I don't know, during the week this past week, and I mean you could tell there was a lot of stress there. Like, he was
Did he
tensed up.
address why he didn't pick up a Senko?
Absolutely.
And throw it under dock? What was his answer?
He stuck with what he does.
Yeah.
He went with what he does.
Yeah.
What got him in first place after 2 days.
Yeah.
He did his thing, and his thing was going to work.
Being,
he was one
being
fish
that
off.
stubborn has won him so many tournaments.
He did what he
You
does.
even debate
Yep.
it or argue
I don't
with
debate it.
I mean, being an
I don't debate
armchair quarterback, you can say, dude, you pick up a Senko and in 5 casts you win this classic.
So the Christie interview was awesome. He had Bradley Hallman on. Dave, I thought of you when he had Bradley Hallman on. And Brad talked about, so Brad competed a few years ago he was actually an Elite Series guy a few years back. And he talked about the passing of his father and how hard that hit him. And he was out on tour, and but his heart wasn't in it.
Right.
And there were so many days out there when he was doing it, and all he could think about was, his father passed, thinking about his kids back home, his wife, his family, and just like, why am I out here doing this? And he said a number of times he threw his fish back in the water and didn't even weigh in.
Wow.
He was so disgusted, and he was just like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
And he took a number of years off.
Yeah.
And then went back, started fishing a couple, jackpots, and then worked his way up, and now he's back competing in the FLW series. But that was really cool to listen to him open up about that, because I think that's something that a lot of guys can relate to. A lot of guys out fishing the opens and the coastas, and taking the time away from their families, spending their kids' college money, chasing that dream.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Fool's gold.
Chasing that fool's gold.
I got to tell you, sometimes my best part of practice was leaving and going home, man.
Right.
Like it wasn't my heart. I could not be away from them.
Yeah.
And fishing those tournaments, just thinking of them, thinking of the resources that were expended on me being out here versus what they could be expended on at home. And man, the ride home was sometimes the best part of the whole entire trip, man, was just going home.
Going home.
Not even thinking about being there.
Yeah.
But what do you like? What do you want? You want to just stick it in?
Dude, it's funny because on my earphones, on my headphones, I can't hear anything you guys are saying in the booth, and I hear Dave louder than freaking bomb, dude.
Yeah, we gotta get Mark back.
Now
here.
I'm trying to do a confessional, and Brian's gonna look in my mouth and see where the microphone's at.
Just keep plowing through it.
Yeah, no, that was it.
Dalton
Brian and I-
Bobo's classic was on that review that I just did, and this is dialed into what you're talking about. Is he paid somebody to do his job so he wouldn't lose his job, so that he could go and fish tournaments, because his boss wouldn't give him the time off, so he had to hire and pay somebody.
Who was this, Pete?
Dalton Bobo, who you may not remember, but I mean, it was monumental. He's a federation guy that qualified for his first classic, and he couldn't get the time off to go to the classic. Boss is like, nope, not happening. And he actually had to quit his job.
That boss is a dick.
And he actually had to quit at that time to go fish the classic.
Yeah, but I bet you Bobo's taking off a lot of goddamn time fishing.
But listen up.
I'd like to get him on the show.
Yeah,
I would.
Where are you now?
Yeah.
But he
I just want
he
to put
won
the
that
name
classic.
Dalton Bobo.
He won that classic by weight, but had a 4-ounce dead fish penalty.
Yes.
Which left him in second place.
How about that?
Behind Dion Hibden. And,
Yeah.
You know, speaking of him, we didn't even address that.
I know.
years
we should.
before, you got to watch these shows, man. It's crazy. But a couple years before that, it was a 2-ounce penalty.
the year before.
2-ounce penalty for dead fish.
Yes, the year before, the previous year.
And here's even a more interesting thing. They used to give you ounce bonuses for live fish.
What?
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, you're supposed to take care of your kids, man. Come on.
But that's how you can watch the transition here, man.
Yeah,
it's
I got
really
you.
cool. They used to bonus you for bringing live fish because aerators were not stock.
Right.
You had to add it to your boat.
Sort of like Triton boats.
Yeah, farting a live well.
Oh my God.
You should have just farted in a live well, Mike.
But
Hey,
It would have provided more air than their aerator.
we're watching this.
Piece of shit.
you see,
I'm down the river all day long. Jesus, live well.
How many viewers tonight have tuned out because they see? And look at it now. Look at it. Design your own fucking site.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a fucking.
Yeah, we're on
what is this,
fucking
a fucking
squarespace.com.
website?
Yeah, squarespace.com. Next is going to be MySpace.
I mean, you think that certificate was bullshit? It's true. Brian wins for half producing the best web show out there.
Take it easy, guys.
Better than that.
No,
You know,
no,
Brian,
hold
enough. Listen,
Here's the thing. You guys can't hear me.
I hear you loud
I'm
and clear,
talking
buddy.
the whole show, and you can't actually hear me.
I can't hear. I
So
can't.
that's a problem.
It's really hard to hear you.
I know. And so I'm like, I'm trying to do stuff. Clock's ticking. We got people to get to. You guys are just. going off in these conversations. I'm like, dude, we got to do
Mike,
shit.
Brian and I, when Brian and I talk, we talk about fishing, MMA, our kids, and then we talk about like inside the fishing business, right? Brian will tell me about like these side deals that guys are cutting all the time. He's like telling me, Brian's dialed in.
Side deals.
Yeah, like, but you can't say nothing. Like, I talk to anybody. Like, he's fucking, instead of BT, he's Brian the Cronkite. Like, cracking news all over the place on us. You know what I mean? I told him about this. Like, don't ever disclaim me again. Who else do I talk to about fishing except the people in this room right now? I got.
Like, you're going to make a post.
Like, I have my own podcast. Like, Brian the Carpenter just told me that so-and-so's collaborating. Holy mackerel. The fucking fishing world's going to fall on its face. Like, Brian the Carpenter, breaking news.
Dave, you've exceeded your F-bombs for the night.
All right.
Breaking
Next
the
one, the mic
news.
goes off.
Breaking the news.
Hey, Brian's mad. I'm sorry, Brian.
It's just fun for me not to be the target.
And in other news, now, you know what I do want to say in other news? Shout out to
Brian the Carpenter. Thank you.
Brian the Carpenter.
Thank you.
Ed Bassmaster.
Yes.
Gone to Robeson's event.
We did.
Dude, Ed, yeah, there it goes. Ed wore the Ike hat.
I saw that. Yeah.
That was awesome. Thank you, Ed. I know you're not watching, but thank you, Ed Bassmaster.
Brian,
I'm wearing the Ike hat. Thank
Brian, how legitimate was the tension between Ed and
Fat Cat?
No.
Oh.
His name's escaping me. Jake. Like Jake, when he fished with Jake at
they had a good time, man.
Huh?
They had a good time.
Who?
No, so, but did you see the video?
Porosnik.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw the video.
So that was Jake acting?
That was Jake. That was Jake's best acting performance of his life.
All right.
Ed fed him his lines and everything.
All right.
No, Jake actually had an awesome time. I saw him afterwards. He had a big smile. He was like, "Man, that dude is fun." You know, he was like, "That dude's crazy." But yeah, man. So I flew to Texas last week with Ed Bassmaster, Brian Robeson from the Vikings. Puts on this. He's got the Reel 'Em In Foundation, and he runs a couple events. This was on Sam Rayburn in Texas, and then in a couple months, Eric's back on his phone. In a couple months, he'll be back up in Minnesota. This is all night, by the way.
Brian, can you bring up Flock of Seagulls so we can show Eric's hair?
And I
Back
run so far away.
Gotta run away.
So, but anyhow, their cause is the Canines for Cops, and they raise a lot of money to help situate police officers with canines. It's real cool. Met some of the people.
Bad guys.
Yep, met some of the people that were involved with canines. Awesome people, dude. It was a bawling event. It was good, man.
Yeah,
it was really
a good
cool.
event.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. It was cool to get down to Texas. You know, I've been there since the 4th grade.
Brian, tell everybody about
1980.
I don't know. Like, I know about it. Pete knows about it, but tell everybody about if you're at Lake Sam Rayburn,
Stumps.
famous lake in the world. There's a restaurant there called the Stump. What is the Stump?
I can't believe BTC went to the Stump.
BTC went to the
Brian
Stump.
found a bar?
What is that? Wait a minute, Brian's. Wait. I think I hear Brian's ghost coming in. Hold on. What is this?
What do you think? I'd find a library?
Tell me about the Stump, Brian.
Dude, the Stump is awesome, man. So the stools around the bar are all Bass Cat seats.
Bass Cat stools. Yeah.
So all Bass Cat seats. You know, the big captain's chairs from a Bass Cat boat. All over the bar, there's signed jerseys and hats from Rick Lund. Mike Taylor, the owner of the Stump, says he wants your jersey, and he's been on you for years, and you keep saying yes, and he's still waiting
Hey, not
for
get the guy a jersey.
I don't know. I've been in his place a dozen times.
He wants your jersey in his bar, Mike. But the owner is awesome. Really cool bar. Country music guy was down there, and I'm not a country music guy, so I apologize, everybody. Oh, God, what the hell's his name? Luke Combs. Really cool guy.
Related to Keith Combs?
No, yes, they fished together.
Rick Coombs' cousin?
Yep, real cool dude. but that's an inside joke. But Luke played there that night. You know, just kind of everybody was drinking and carrying on, and he got up and played. It was pretty badass.
That's cool.
Yeah, this stuff's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's a famous bar. You know, when you talk
Just a
about
hole.
like the history of fishing,
Yeah.
there's like Wingates, there's a Stump.
Can you
there's-
believe they took Wingates down?
I know. I hate
So
that,
sad.
man.
Yeah.
I do hate that. But Stump's a cool place, man.
The Bell
Very
Alton?
cool. Bell Alton. The Cat Motel. Yep. Very, very iconic. Definitely.
We should do a weekend at the Bell Alton.
We should do a podcast from the Bell Alton in the lobby. All those rotten urine stained cats walking around.
Beck, we were just talking about we were just talking about the Stump. We were also talking about the Stump, which is at down at Sam Rayburn. And I want to tell the funny story real quick, but I can't remember the name of it. Pete and I were at a Bass Cat owners event there. And Rick Pierce, the owner of Bass Cat, basically, it's all kind of half done. But, Rick Pierce was like, yeah, you and Pete, you got a room at the hotel. It's no problem. Whatever you're good. You're all set up. And me and Pete are like, cool. So we fly into Houston. We get a rental. And me and Pete drive on in. Of course, we have to stop at a liquor store. We stop at a place called Pete's Liquors, which was like on the way in. We stop there. We get some Captain or whatever. And we get to the hotel. And we get to the front desk. And they have no record whatsoever. They have no record whatsoever,
of course,
of me and Pete at all. And we're like, oh God, no. They're like, no, the hotel's full. We don't have you guys. Me and Pete are like, what the hell? It's like the only hotel in town,
Oh my God.
So I text Rick, and I'm like, Rick, we're here, and
nobody knows shit.
Nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
And then Rick has this way of texting back where it's like. It's Ricklish. It's Ricklish, which is like you got to decode through it.
Yeah, you have to have a super secret decoder ring to understand what it says.
And do you remember the name of the hotel? What was the name of the hotel?
Buds? Or
No.
It was a guy's name.
Yeah.
I mean, say Bud for all intents and purposes.
So he texts us back and he's like, ask for Bud. Bud is Mike's nephew of the Stump. And it was like, and me and Pete, what? And we couldn't figure it. And we showed it to the person at the front desk, and they were like, "Oh, you're with the basket. Oh, okay."
Man.
Yeah.
So the person behind the desk will be able to translate it?
Yeah. The person behind the hotel had to, because me and Pete looked at her like,
oh, man. Like, I don't know how to tell you this, but maybe you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
my
crazy.
God.
So apparently everyone in Mountain Home and Flippin' have the same super secret decoder ring.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy. No idea.
Hey, I will play this real quick.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Here it goes.
Eric, hit play. Get off your phone, Eric.
This is good.
What's your name again? I forget.
Mike Taylor, Stump
Mike,
Restaurant.
and you're the Stump guy, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, here, Kenny Ketchum here. I'm here with Ronald from the Stump Makers.
Mike Taylor, Stump Restaurant.
Mike's Taylor's Stuff Restaurant. Hold on, I've been on the boat all day. You got a little burnt. Hey guys, Kenny Ketchum here. We're here at the Mike Robinson Charity Benefit Tournament. Brian Robinson. Hey guys, Kenny Ketchum here. I'm here with Brian Robinson, and you've been running this tournament how long now?
No, I'm not Brian. I'm Mike Taylor. I've got the Stump Restaurant. I've been here 19 years.
Okay, let me get it right.
All right.
Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson is the guy putting on the tournament.
Okay.
I'm Mike Taylor
Okay.
with the Stump Restaurant. Right down the street here, and I've been here 19 years running the Stump.
Okay. Hey guys, Kenny Ketchum here. I'm here at the tournament here with Brian Miller from Stump Makers, and did I mess that up again?
Hey guys, Mike Taylor here from the Stump Restaurant, along with Kenny.
Kenny Ketchum.
And we're right here at the Humphrey Pavilion on Sam Rayburn Lake.
That's right, baby. Don't get it twisted. We're here for a good cause, and it's for kids that just latchkey kids that get locked out of their house. Don't have
No, it's we're here for the Canines for Cops.
That's right. Canines for Cops is another great cause, and we are here for that cause. Here with Ray Samburn.
Mike Taylor.
Who's Ray Samburn?
I don't know.
All right. Hey guys, Kenny Ketchum here. We're at the 5th annual Mike Robinson.
Latchkey kids.
Latchkey kids.
I like that.
Oh my God, I saw that. That was hilarious.
That's a
man.
good character.
Kenny Ketchum's awesome, man. I think you invented him at your event last year.
He did.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
funny, man.
Didn't he interview a
Yes.
person in need?
Yes.
And pretend that he was Mike?
No, but we had the best
What is PC to call a homeless person? Are you allowed to call them homeless people?
Zombies.
I feel like there's probably some
wayward humans.
Walkers.
Is that?
No,
Oh,
no.
urban campers. That's what they call
Urban
them.
campers.
Urban campers.
Zombies.
That's
We
what
had
they call
the
them in
best
California.
Ed Bassmaster skit
Zombie.
ever figured out, and it was for the Delaware River event. And we wanted to get your spare boat and put Ed in it with
As
one
you.
of your jerseys on.
Oh,
And
God.
just go a whole
That
different
sounds
direction
awful.
and carry on the whole entire time
man.
when people watch him like he was you.
Dude.
Like
That skit was funny. He did get in a fight with somebody at one of the spawning squares up there.
Yeah.
The ski slope spawning square up there on the left.
Oh, God.
that looks like it should have so many more fish in it than it ever does. man.
Spawning spot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, all right.
Well, all right. Well, all right.
Eric, look at Eric's eyes. They just lit up. He's going to be there tomorrow.
What do you get?
And he's going to post it on social
You get a
media.
text from somebody?
The ski slope.
Everybody's going to know about the ski slope spot.
It's not real unless you
Hey
post
guys,
it.
NJ Fishing Live here. Mikey J wants to know, do I like using line with my lures? Yeah, Mike, I do. Absolutely. It's a necessity.
Shout out, Mike.
Shout out to Mike. Great question.
Stop that.
Thanks for that, Dave.
What's on the agenda?
I don't know, but Beck, I did want to tell Beck this because she wasn't in here when we made this announcement. On Straycast on Wednesday night, they're going to have in Rick Klein and his unnamed Buddhist monk on the show.
What?
Now, Becky, are you familiar with what these Buddhist monks get away with like their female indoctrinees?
No.
Oh.
All right, never mind then. We ain't going to talk about it. We tried to. No
All
one
right.
knows except me.
All right, this is a great
is
segue.
it like graphic and
Yeah, it's just it's bizarre. It's cult-like type stuff. You know how all cult leaders start. It starts with religion, and before
I
you
haven't
know it,
seen them lead.
they're running through everybody.
Crazy.
isn't there like what's right down the road from Rick Clun? Isn't there's like a nunnery and are they monks or are they
They are monks.
so it's
a
monks
monkery.
and the nunneries
Like
are
with
right near each other.
like with staffs, like whipping staffs around.
Well, the interesting thing is there's monks and nuns that are within near Ava, and both their communes are right
But
near
we're
Ava.
talking Buddhism. We're not talking about Catholic monks. We're talking about like orange robe,
Oh, I don't know that.
staff swinging,
I don't know that.
like karateing.
I
You
don't know what kind of
Karate?
monks
How
they
do you
are.
know this? Did you just research
Well,
this
if he's a
stuff?
Buddhist, they're not going to be Catholic monks making great beer. They're going to be the bald-headed
make really
shape
good
guys
beer, though,
They
by the
crack
do
you in
make
the
good
face
beer.
with a staff
Wait.
if you're talking too much.
But why do you know this?
Because I follow stuff. I read once in a while.
Buddhists
don't
are
read.
like peace.
No, dude, you crazy.
Peace.
Them Tibetan monks
Love.
will whop you in the face with a
Unity.
staff in 2 seconds quick, like a 6-foot bow staff. They're swinging around the whole body. It'll crack you right in the head with it.
Yeah, try showing up at 7 o'clock for 6 o'clock show with them.
Show up late to prayer, Pete. They'll bust you right in the head with that staff.
I feel like I have to research this right after we open this mystery tackle box.
Thank you, Rebecca.
and this is
Nice segue. Thank you.
yeah, this is a good segue. Brian DeCarver, give me a close up of this because this is exciting to me. It's
different look.
Yeah, it's a different look. Everybody that follows Ike Live knows Mystery Tackle Box. They know that we've opened the Mystery Tackle Box Pro Box for years, and the Pro Box is awesome. I love the Pro Box, but this is a new box, Pete. I'm excited about this. If you look at it, it's dark gray / charcoal gray, and this thing is called the Elite Mystery Tackle Box. Eric, tell me a little bit about this box. You know about it. This has got a bigger value in this box. And what is the Elite
I believe
value?
There's $60 worth of value in that box.
$60 in value for
dollars.
$39.99.
for $39.99. So an amazing value. I'm excited
But
to
wait,
open this up.
if you use the promo code Ike Live, you get $12.50 off of that.
Wow. Let me get my pen. I'm going to open the seal for the first time. And I love the seal, too. It says Happy Dance on that seal that I just broke. And we're going to open this live on this podcast. There it goes. Look
A
at this. I'm
Roman
going to
mother?
open it up. There's my ruler right there. Brian, you want to measure it and make sure it is the biggest one? Mm-hmm. Probably is. I'm going to start right here with one. Let's see. I'm going to go with this one. Pete, I'm going to pass to you. First bait that I pick out of the Mystery Tackle Box Elite is the Jackal Pompadour. Brian, let me tell you the interesting thing about this. This is the actual Pompadour. Brian the Carpenter,
Michael?
this is the bait. When I was in Japan 2 falls ago, this bait was only available in Japan. Really cool, dynamic, unique topwater bait.
That's crazy.
But how cool, Pete, that you can get a bait in a mystery tackle box that a year or two ago was only available in Japan, and now it's available right there in the mystery tackle box. That's cool. Pompadour. It's pretty cool, man.
Wait, so Eric, tell everybody, how much is a Pro Box worth?
He did.
No, that was an Elite Box. It's a Pro Box. Like, what's the breakdown? Because they have 3 levels of boxes now, right?
Hold on, let me zoom in on him.
Well,
Dave goes,
I mean, I believe the Pro Box is $40, correct?
Correct.
So $40 of value versus $60 of value.
That thing is gigantic.
Yeah, the Pro Box is $24.99 with about a 40 to 45 or so valuation.
But the baits are expensive. That thing's gigantic.
probably $20.
We assess something here.
Pete, what do you got?
Man, I got the Duo Realis.
What?
Duo Realis.
Yeah.
Get outta
Wow.
here.
Jerkbait. Very nice.
Duo?
Little jerk bait.
Look at that. Bri, you like that thing?
I do.
We talked with the guys from Duo and on Bass University Live, but these are dynamite little baits.
No doubt.
Caswell. You know, I had an experience with these guys. Caught a pile of smallmouth up on Lake Champlain. This little perch color.
Yeah, that was
Good
going
bait.
in my box.
Dang, good bait.
Yeah. Mike, I'm getting that pompadour, right?
I already took it out of the box. It's going to mine.
What do you guys got?
They have a Weston bait in here.
I know. It looks freaking good, too. Beck, you want to do the Weston? Bri, Beck's going to do the Weston bait.
It's the Hypo Cheese ST.
Looks good, man.
Swim bait. Weston's a, well, it says here Scandinavian, but I knew they're
You know
another one of
Weston.
these. It's another one of these European companies that's looking to come in. But they have the duck, aren't they? The duck people.
Yeah, Weston
They
does
have a duck. They do. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Savage duck.
Well, they have a duck too.
That one's the Weston.
That's a
duck
Western right there. Yeah.
That's a Weston. Duck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, bring it down so people can see. Peter.
Dude, are them feet kicking? Or was I just imagining that?
They're kicking.
Are they like wind up like the little
Dude,
duck?
you were kicking.
That's silly. I saw that. I wasn't kicking. I saw it happen. Let's talk about the saw crawl. Let's get that ridiculous duck here. Let's talk about the saw crawl. Juiced with stank. Now, what I like about this, guys, and what we all like about this, right? Seriously, it's in the packaging where the appendages aren't going to be creased or crimped, right? It's going to be true, and that's
Packaging is key.
Its
Yeah.
packaging is legit, man.
It
It's
is
like,
key.
if you ever touch a saw crawl pack, you're going to see that they're. I don't even want to touch it because I feel like having this stinky juice all over my finger, but like it's serious, man. Like it's a good package, and I touch the bait just for the people watching the show. This is the legit crawl, man. It's heavy. This is probably an 1/8 of weight,
Wow.
man. It's serious.
A lot of salt in
It's
it.
full size.
It's heavy.
Don't want to know over here, David. Let me see it real quick.
It's definitely heavy. Do you feel how heavy it is?
It's a lot of meat.
And it's stank.
Oh, it's definitely stank, and it's enriched with stank. Oh, juiced with stank.
Juice with stank.
You know, anytime you put stank on a bait, I'm gonna look at it.
Hey, Mike, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Mike,
So
see
there's
if you can hit
another product in there I see, and I got it in my last Pro Box, and it's those rubber bands that they use to turn your jig brush
Yep.
guard into a split brush guard.
Yeah.
What's the validity of that?
Well, it's a cool product. Beck, what's the name of the product? Basically, it makes a single fiber guard jig. It splits the guard, so it's a dual guard jig. It splits it in half.
Like the one on Okeechobee. With.
Right. Conceptually, I like that because for emergent vegetation, reeds, cattails, I like that because I think it gets through
They're
that stuff
a pain
better.
in the ass to get through.
They're a pain in the ass to get through. When you split that guard, comes through that stuff better. And the other thing I love about this, Brian the Carpenter, is you can use it for your jig, and you could also use it for your retainer or your braces.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's double
Oh.
use.
You can slip it on a fat Senko too for wacky rigging.
You could.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The fat Senko's the big one, Brian.
Yeah.
The big thick ones.
Oh yeah.
I saw on Blaster they had some like 1 pound sink.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Big hot dog.
Those big giant ones work well in the Potomac, man.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the 1 pounder. I'm talking about that big size, like the 7-inch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of guys are using them.
It cuts out all those
Experimental.
1.5 pound, 2 pound fish, and only like nothing but big stuff jumps on
Can
it.
you believe how the Senko haters persist?
What?
And there's one back there.
Who's that, Brian the Concrete?
Dude wins the classic on it again. How many tournaments got to get won?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was Ocho.
Doesn't matter. It's an amazing bait.
It just wins.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It wins when it can bail you out when
Are
you
you
stop
sponsored?
biting your chatterbait.
Aren't you sponsored by Senko?
No,
Not Yamamoto Baits?
no.
Were you?
Yeah, they fired.
Oh.
Keep digging, Dave.
Let's talk about being
Appreciate you bringing that
fired.
up.
No, let's change the subject. Let's talk about being fired in the fishing industry. I want to talk about it.
Why did I even
All right.
bother booking
No,
the show?
go ahead, Mike. You start.
I will start. So it's happened a few times in my career, but specifically, I want to talk about being fired by Daiwa. Team Daiwa. I had worked for Daiwa from like the late 90s all the way through to after I won Angler of the Year.
Mike, can I interrupt you?
Yes.
For people listening, as kids,
Yes.
you were a believer in Daiwa products.
I love Daiwa products.
You got your first real sponsor as the company that you supported as
Yes.
a paying.
Yes.
Civilian.
Yes.
That was your deal, dude.
That was
Daiwa.
my deal. I loved Daiwa. I bought Daiwa before I was sponsored by them. When I started working at Dick's, I got like their promotional deal as an employee, which was a little better. So that was cool. I started getting money off Daiwa. But then I got my Daiwa sponsor deal through a contact at Dick's. And then it started to become free product. It was great. I win the class. I won, elite events, win the classic, win Angler of the Year. And then like it threw me because like a year after I won Angler of the Year, I want to say it was 2007, 2008, right around there. I get a call from Bill Liston, who was, I don't know if you remember that name.
I remember that name.
Yeah, Bill Liston working at Daiwa. And I got this call like really weird, and it was like late in the season, which is always something that I hate because, in that 12-month calendar, your season ends late summer, early fall, and then you start to work to make sure your deals are still good, right? And so, it was like my deal with Daiwa was up. It was like a 2-year contract, 3-year contract. And then it was like December. And I thought everything was good. And I get a call from Bill saying, oh, man, I don't, we got to, it's a done deal. I don't remember the exact conversation. But it's like December, January, like right before the season starts. And you get a call, and you're like, what? Well, first thing that runs through your mind is, why didn't you tell me back when the season ended? So I had time to find another company, because now it's like
That's
a
not
month.
their concern.
Yeah, they don't care,
Right.
And it was like, and I remember, saying like, well, why? What's the reason? Well, this happened and sales, aren't so good and this and that. And, your first thought is you're always like, what did I do wrong? You're looking at try to say, what did I do wrong for that company? And I don't think I did anything wrong. There are different reasons why I think that comes up, but in that particular situation, their head sales guy was having a hard time selling product in. And I think he had there was some issue there with sales. And I don't think that guy, the sales guy, liked me specifically. So I think that was one of the reasons. The other reasons is
It's a lot of it.
it's a lot of it. And the other reason, at the end of the day, Daiwa is a Japanese company. So you got a guy in Japan making the ultimate decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there was a big disconnect there as well. And I remember him saying, we got to part ways, And I remember saying, man, what can I do? I mean, I'll take a pay cut. Can I take a pay cut? What do you need from me? I love the product, Nah, there's nothing we can do. I remember it being like a definite no.
Right.
That's always a bad sign. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, but it's funny because at the time it was like the worst thing that could have happened. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But dude, when something like that happens now in my career, and we talk about this all the time, when something goes away, something better always pops up.
Wow.
Always does. You know what I mean? And then I ended up going to Abu Garcia, who was going through a big transformation at the time. And now, all these years later, I'm developing product and
It's a
Things are
Iaconelli
amazing.
Shillelagh, that Iaconelli luck, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it happens.
In the darkest of night, the sun still has to come back up.
Yeah.
And it comes up brighter.
It
always
does.
does, and you have to believe it.
does.
Yeah,
You
that's-
have to believe it, and it happens.
That's
It
like,
does,
That's
man.
like total bullshit.
No.
Yeah, they're riding the Iaconelli Shillelagh like a broom witch, talking about believing. You know, like the rest of us are like,
Dude,
No,
every time it seems like earth shattering, like, oh my God, this is so awful. How do we come back from this? It like forces you to go into overdrive. And I swear to God, something better always
It
comes
and
out.
then
always
Mike takes
comes
the
out.
Shillelagh,
But you don't
crashes into the ground. You will not pass.
No, and
Raining gold.
and you know, like drinking brown liquor, I never forget, man. And I'm a mean motherfucker. I never forget. I remember like a couple years ago, Ish is like, oh man, you know the new guys at Iowa, man, Kurt, you know, man, they're creating this new team, and I'm like, Ish, they motherfuckers better have a lot of money, bro.
Yeah.
And I threw a number, and you know they could never get near that, you know.
But they did start something new. I like they.
No, I
they-
do like what they.
Whatever
they-
they did, they started up again.
They
and
did.
I
They've
like what they're doing
recreated
now.
they recreated what was the old Team Daiwa.
Yeah.
But fair warning to everybody working for Daiwa right now, they cut your ass. Like you're not even there, bro.
Ian from Fear Fishing just picked them up.
Ian, watch your back, bro. It's a Japanese company. Height.
Kill the Canadian.
Yeah,
Who do you think's the first one to go? Takahiro or you, bro?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Takahiro. Hey.
Wipe their ass with that maple leaf. Sorry, Ian. I know
Speaking of
it's a big deal.
Daiwa, they hired
It's
another.
uncomfortable.
No, you know what's funny though? They had another Canadian. I heard Mercer got hired by Daiwa. You hear that?
that's because Shimano cut.
Shimano did.
Everybody.
Well, Shimano did them dudes dirty, man.
Did they?
Oh,
See, now
God.
Shimano's my deal, dude. What was that?
Oh God,
I
they
love
did.
Shimano.
I'm gonna say I'll tell it because we got no ties to anybody. So
Oh God.
no, it's
I mean,
all right.
today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
Go.
Well, it's a Psych Life show. We talk about the truth. So Shimano did.
And when it suits us.
They did it. They did. And here's the thing: I don't know any names, so I ain't throwing anybody under the bus at Shimano. I'm just saying Shimano. I don't know the dudes that did it, but they had Zona and they had Mercer working for Shimano, long-term relationships with G. Loomis, Shimano, and even Jackal in a certain capacity with Mercer, and you know, internally, they knew that they were going to cut out TV in a big way. They knew they wanted to cut out TV, which meant Zona, Mercer. They knew that in like, let's say it was March. They knew that we're cutting TV out of our budget. We don't want any parts of TV anymore.
Wow.
But here's the kicker. They let those dudes continue to film the rest of the year.
Oh, those dirty bastards.
All right? So Mercer and Zona continue to film using Shimano, using G. Loomis, using Jackal. And then they waited till all the films were shot, till all the editing was done, and at the end of the year they said, again, and I don't want to throw any dirt on Japanese companies because I like Japanese companies. I like Japanese anglers and guys. But at the very end, they waited all the way to the end. At the very end, they're like, "You're gone, out, gone. Sorry, we got no more money for you." All those shows are already filmed. Yeah. They can't go back in time and redo those shows and reuse a different rod and reel.
Yeah,
dude, they played them on purpose. They knew what they were doing.
How do I
That
get-
is dirty, dude.
How do I get money back for the
That's
2
business.
7-foot crucials I just
Dude,
ordered?
that's dirty. That's dirty,
I bet you the
dude.
contracts that they wrote now, Zona and Mercer.
I'm sure
are
they
now
learned a
accounting
lesson.
for that.
I'm sure they learned a lesson. It sucks. It sucks, dude. The industry can be dirty.
Now I know
Can
why.
be.
Now I know why poor Mercer looked like he fell out of Pep Boys on the stage.
I know. Yeah, I would have felt like
Oh
that
my
too.
God,
It sucks.
Man. That poor guy. That
Yeah.
sucked. And Brock.
It sucks.
Dave's living good, man. He's a good dude.
Dave's a great guy. What are you talking about, Brian? You don't have to disclaim me.
I have to.
Yeah, this is tough.
Dave,
The
don't tell nobody.
sponsorship game is a tough freaking game. You got to have thick skin. You got to be able to deal. I mean, I never got fired from a job in my life.
Just not rehired.
Until sponsorship came along, and then you're
Well,
like,
hold on. How many have you had?
Son of a bitch, man. You just get cut.
How many have you had?
I don't know. I've had 20 sponsors.
No,
you
jobs.
can put that on a T-shirt, Pete.
No,
Never
jobs.
fired, sometimes
Oh,
not
how many
rehired. You know what I mean?
Dude, industry people are shady. If it's Hollywood, if it's the music industry, if it's Major League Baseball or fishing, there's shady people in every business.
The bottom line is it's just business, right? And they're making the best. They're in a corporate room making the best business decision that they can make, and it's not. I got to believe it's not personal. They're just trying to figure out where they're
Well,
their
that
marketing
situation though was shady.
I'm
shady.
sure there is personal things going on, but you got to think that that's what they're trying to accomplish. But it's just a tough gig, man. I mean, I talked to guys, a lot of our speakers for Bash U. I mean, I talked to some of my speakers in their heyday. We're busting $400,000 and $500,000 a year in sponsorship, and now at the pinnacle of what's going on in the elites are making $40,000 to $50,000 a year.
Wow.
In sponsorship.
You're
now.
kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
Are you really?
I'm dead serious.
That's sad.
They're living off of the money that they made 10 years ago.
Where'd the money go, Pete?
Well, honestly, with the exception of you, right? You got the golden run. You shall not pass.
Right. He's got the Italian shillelagh. Right.
Italian shillelagh.
And it's always been that way, right? When we were freaking before 03, you and I were throwing our hands up in the freaking air. What do we got to do to get a sponsor?
But where's that money at now? If you're saying those guys were making those numbers back then,
they don't get replaced. They don't get replaced. In most situations, when you lose a title, and that's why we worked with Cliff. Cliff Crochet lost his title sponsorship. So at Bass University, one of the reasons is I'm passionate about it. I've been in that spot.
Yeah, I know.
So
we care about the guys.
Yeah, I want to try. I want to try to help them. We pay our guys. We pay them for speaking engagements. So, but the point is, when you lose a title like that, it's not like there's a whole. It's not like golf or tennis where maybe there's a whole slew of sponsors waiting to get in. You know what I mean? You may have to wait a year. You may have to wait 5 years, before you can replace that kind of sponsorship.
Is that money that was allocated just gone, or is it distributed amongst more people?
Well, the company, like for instance, you mentioned Iowa had a marketing change, right? They recognize the internet's where it's at, which is why they should be sponsoring this podcast if Michael was on. But
not now.
Bri uses all my old Steve stuff from 20 years ago.
This is true.
But they're they changed. They had a marketing shift, right? They're pulling out of TV. They're moving, and a lot of companies are. A lot of companies are pulling out of TV, and they're moving in a different direction.
They're not the same shows. The problem is, it's not TV, in my opinion. It's how the shows are done. They're not the same shows we grew up with, and in comparison to what you're seeing now on the web, they haven't caught up. The shows are unwatchable for the most part.
And it's not accessible. It's not as accessible as what's on the web.
Not as immediately accessible. Yeah.
Hold on. I just heard Brian's ghost. Prince dead.
That's it. TV's dead.
Prince dead.
Oh, by the way, Mike, that hat on top of Mark's memorial there.
Yeah.
The hat.
The hat. Yeah.
Grab it.
Oh.
We got that hat. That's the Spec Ops Survivors guys, and we interviewed them. Pete interviewed them at the Classic.
They all signed.
They all signed the hat.
Very cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
It's right on top of our Mark McCallum memorial.
There's like 10 signatures on there.
Very cool.
You know what I'm sad about down there is that we didn't get to have dinner with them.
Yeah.
On Saturday night.
We had the invite too.
I'm sorry about that, guys.
Wow. What'd you do Saturday night instead of hanging out with those guys?
We went.
We worked
up
late
somewhere else.
No, we worked late that night and then went home.
No, we had some other commitments that you're dealing with, you're dealing with a lot of sponsors that are involved with the Classic, and you've got a lot of demands.
Yeah, that was actually St. Patty's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, I got lousy that night.
All right.
That's cool. I look at this all the time. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Look at that. There it goes right there. We got a signature right there on there.
Yeah, he's on there, man.
Yeah, freaking cool shit. Remember that night
He's the
Dude,
best.
that was Beck. You remember that night? That was a cool night. Cool guys, man. Amazing
You
guys.
don't have to tell me, dude. Like,
Amazing.
Dave followed him back to their hotel room wanting to
Exactly.
talk.
so for people that follow sports, like if there was like I view
That was
those
a cool night.
guys the way a lot of people view athletes.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm not that. So for me, like looking at them, it's like what I wish I like. A lot of guys wish they could be that quarterback or that running back or that basketball player. I wish I was one of those. Dudes,
Yeah.
man, you know.
Yeah,
But-
the stories, you know, like everybody can go back and watch that like live and review it. But the stories that happen out there at the bar,
God.
that was the deal.
Yep.
And nobody will ever know that like we know
No,
that. That's
no.
really cool.
No, Mark told me
Yeah.
a story that's one of the funniest like war stories I ever heard. Funny, but I mean, a couple guys died at the other end, but I mean,
Right.
funny, you know? what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yeah.
funny. It's I don't know, dark humor kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, they have something that the rest of us can't do.
Yeah.
This they can compartmentalize. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know how to like say that, but mentally
Yeah.
there's something that they're able to do.
I don't know how they do their job and then
No.
go back to normal life, or how they live in that space. I mean, you know, we got to compartmentalize as competitors and anglers because, you know, shit's raining down on you. You know, you got bills or family or got fired from your sponsor, but what they're dealing with, I mean,
It's real shit.
my
Especially-
gosh.
Especially
Yeah.
the families when they're on deployment. Like those wives that hold those houses down are a unique breed in themselves. Also,
Yeah.
if they stay faithful and they hold that place down while those guys are away, knowing what they're doing.
Yeah. And it's a
knowing
different
that every day
Yeah.
they're in. They're
Oh,
in
dude,
shit,
it's
you
life.
know?
It's life or death.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because Beck, you worry about if I'm doing good in a tournament
Right.
is a worry, but think about that.
Yeah.
It's totally different. That's life or death.
Those women.
Who cares if you catch them or you don't catch them? At the end of the day, you're still coming home. Who gives a shit,
Like the
right?
wives don't get spoken about enough. Like as a woman
That's
whose
true.
husband is
Yeah.
always away. How about if he was away on dirt, like 4,000 miles away on the other
That's
side of
tough.
the planet, where everywhere he stepped, he gets his light.
That's
blown off,
tough.
you
That's
know?
tough to deal with.
And you got babies you're
That's
dealing
tough.
with, and bills. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Do you ever-
It's hard enough to do it on your own. I mean, because I single parent a lot, it's hard. But at the end of the day, I know I get to have a conversation and be like,
Yeah.
"Rah, rah, 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 rah,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, these kids! They don't get that call. They are on that island by themselves."
No doubt. Have you guys ever watched We Were Soldiers?
Yeah.
Mel Gibson movie where the wife has to go and deliver the messages that the husbands have passed. I mean, it's unbelievable, and that's
tough.
I mean, that's what these guys are doing. That's the sacrifice that they're making. It's unbelievable. We appreciate it. Appreciate
Yeah.
it greatly.
We do.
And we miss Mark. Mark was one of those
Mark was
special
great.
guys.
What a gem.
I mean, when you're in the shit, to have somebody like him next to you would probably make it palatable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's got to be dark when you're in that spot. But he had light around him everywhere.
Well, he did. And I've said this before for anyone listening. Like I went through something a couple years back, and I met him that one time here, and maybe a year transpired, and he called me. You know, like he didn't know me. You know, like I stalked him and his buddy to the bar or whatever afterwards. But like he didn't know me. He never called me, but he called to check up on how I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know, man. Like a guy like that.
that was after you got jumped up by the
Yeah,
dogs.
when I got jumped by some dogs. Yeah.
But
Dogs.
right now is a great time to segue.
This
Mike.
is a great time to segue. Yeah, Bri. You tell me when. Let's get them on the phone, man.
They're there.
They're there. Okay. It's a great segue. Joining us on the phone right now. It says they're going to be calling in from the water. I want to know about that. We've got Marco and Leah joining us. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey,
We're good.
Good to hear from you guys. Are you guys really on the water, or are you at home?
no, we were on the water earlier today, but I wasn't feeling too hot, so I came home. We got ribs smoking on the grill right now.
Oh, that sounds better than being on the water.
Yeah.
Are you close by?
What kind of sides you got going with the ribs?
No,
I have
pure meat,
Yeah,
pure protein.
nothing going.
Well, let me tell you first, Marco, I've got you on the phone. We want to thank you for your service. We appreciate your service so much. We were just talking about Mark McCowan, and we've got a special relationship with the special ops guys that have been on the show a few times. And Man, we can't thank you enough for your service. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for your support.
For people listening, don't know, we have Marco on right now. He's an active duty Marine who is a diehard fish head, and he was involved in an accident, got third-degree burns on his face and head and arms, and he's still with us, thank God. Just to give you guys background who we're talking to right now, this is an active duty soldier fighting for us. Marco, I want to let everybody know who they're listening to right now.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's just it's just awesome. Be able to talk to you guys, and I've been listening to you for a few years now, and it's crazy because first time I actually got hurt. I got hurt recently last year, but I got shot in Afghanistan a couple of years back, and that's when I really started picking fishing up. And it was just just kind of went from there.
That's awesome. We've all got a story on how fishing does something special for us. What, Marco and Leah, both you guys, what does fishing mean to you? What does fishing do for you?
Oh man,
it's a solid outlet.
Yeah, that's
110%. You talk about, these guys can get so lost in their head, and then the families get mixed up in it, and it's just the pure outlet.
Yeah, it's after every things I've experienced, it's just been my my way to get away from everything. And I didn't grow up fishing. Like I went a few times with my parents, but it's just amazing. I don't want to sound cheesy, but it almost seems like it saved my life at times. So, but I mean. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's definitely on those bad days. It's like there's nothing else that can help around you except to get them on the water.
Yeah, definitely.
I totally relate. I mean, fishing's a magical thing for me, for everybody in this room at Ike Live. If there's somebody listening or watching right now that doesn't fish, that's going through something, regardless of what it is, explain to them what fishing does. Explain to them how fishing is magic.
I don't know. It's something, just that tug. I used to have the worst days at work, and I'd drive home, and before I'd even talk to the wife or do anything like that, I just hit the water. Even if that meant me casting for hours and not catching a damn thing, just being able to go out there and just decompress. It was just. It's unexplainable to me. Really, just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a peace and serenity comes out there. I mean, we get caught up in it as tournament anglers that, we got to catch fish. We got to win this tournament.
Yeah.
But I look back at what drew me to the sport was just just being outside. Being on the water was a special place for me. And, I can't tell you how humbled I am to hear your story and that, we have made you laugh, or Dave had made you laugh.
Yeah, I got to give a huge shout out to y'all, because I tell you what, this recent accident when he was in the hospital struggling, trying to just even come out of his coma, he would be so agitated with the nurses and the doctors and everything else, and I literally put on country music, and pre-accident is all he would listen to. And he still wouldn't just chill. I put on Ike Live, and somehow your shenanigans calmed the guy down.
Yeah!
So I got to give you guys props and thank you for that, because I tell you, it was just something that made him get through it all.
Wow.
Hey,
that's awesome.
Marco, you there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you ever think she was trying to talk you into pulling the plug when she put our show on and forced fed you?
Hey, who knows? You never know.
Yeah, usually we just agitate people.
Nah, you got an angel next to you, Marco and Leah. You did a good job finding that one, man.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough. She puts up with my shit, and she'd go out on the water with me. So, it's great.
Marco, if you don't mind, how did you get shot in the leg? How'd that firefight go down?
Oh, let's see, that happened in 2010, and let's see, my squad went out in the middle of the night. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. We just went out in the middle of the night and, snatched a few dudes up early morning, and we got hit on all three sides, and fought them off for a few minutes or whatever, and on the way back, we just got re-engaged and took a bullet, and that was that.
Now, these two guys you captured, were they intended targets, or just on patrol you found a few dudes of interest?
Yeah, kind of a little bit of both. We were just trying to do whatever we could. I mean, anyone who's listening who's ever been over there and at least been on the ground, knows what I'm talking about. It can be difficult, but it just turned out one way. Took a bullet, and this time around I got lit up. But I'd rather take a bullet 4 times over again and get lit on fire, turn a human hot dog again.
I hear you, man.
Oh my God.
Can't even imagine. I can tell you this, though. I want to jump in and say the show, this Ike Live show, is fun, and it's amazing. And I love hanging out with these guys and doing this show. But it's also, there's been times at Ike Live where it's tough to do it because I'm home for such a short period of time. You want to spend time with the kids, and, it seems tough to do. But it's calls like this and it's stories like this that make me want to keep doing the show. So thank you for telling us these stories, because I'm going to keep doing the show forever and ever. So thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will keep doing it as long as, Brian gets the start time correct.
That 30 minutes bought us some extra time to get home off the water.
There you go.
See that?
Ready to go.
But you know what? It gave us the opportunity to try out Pete's replacement in Vegas.
Yeah, we might have a good replacement for you.
I heard him.
I gotta tell you, Pete's replacement wouldn't have had Jordan Lee waiting for 15 minutes to talk.
That's awesome.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
I got it. I need you to do something.
Okay.
I need to hear you say the word aluminum again.
Oh, God.
Yes. Go.
3 times.
3 times in a row?
Don't stall, go.
Okay. Aluminium. Aluminium. Aluminum. Aluminium.
Now tell them how you say the thing. There's the fireplace and the smoke goes up the
chimney.
Chimney.
Chim chim chimney. Chim chim chimney. Chimney.
You really can't just say chimney?
No, it's a chimney. Chimney.
You say chimney though?
Chimney.
Right.
There you go.
Why are you going to call it a chimney?
Because it's a chimney.
But it's not spelled that way.
It's
no
not.
L.
He can't spell. I
can understand aluminum. Some people say iron instead of iron. I get that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Iron. Yeah.
What words can't you say, Marco and Leah? What do you guys mess up?
Oh, man. Hey, there's all kinds of words. I'm just a dumb grunt,
Give me your best word you screw up.
Oh, shit.
Glusick.
Everybody screws that one.
Brodzik.
Yeah.
Glusick. Hey, I'm Pete Glusick, bitches.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Well, here, I want to tell you right now, and I don't know if Brian prefaced this before the call and let you know, but we appreciate you guys so much, the call, and again, appreciate your service. We're putting together a huge Ike Live prize package for you guys, and we want to get your address. We're going to send you some stuff really special that's sitting around here in the studio, one-of-a-kind stuff. We're all going to sign it. We're going to send you some of this stuff. We appreciate you guys so much. I can't tell you.
We're gonna throw in a 1-year subscription to Bash UTV.
Yeah.
As well.
Hey.
Let me tell you something, Marco. Pete throws those things around like manhole covers, right? You're lucky to get that.
I think that's only the second one I've ever heard of in like 10 years. It's pretty amazing.
Like manhole cover?
They're hard to throw around.
Oh, man. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
You're welcome. We appreciate you guys so much.
You've earned it, my friend. You'll thank anybody. You got that coming.
Hey,
Yes.
Mike, have you flipped your Hobie?
I have not. Have I flipped it?
Yeah.
I haven't flipped it yet. No, but I did.
Because you're more than.
I have
you're
not
more
yet.
than likely to fall out of it before it flips, correct?
Absolutely. I mean,
That's what it says.
yeah, PA 12 or PA 14. It's like fishing out of a John boat. It's solid,
Oh
so.
yeah, we have 2 Hobies. Marco has the PA 14, I have a PA 12, and somehow he managed to flip his Hobie.
Wow.
PA 14.
Wow.
impressive.
That is impressive.
I told him, I said, one day I'm going to talk to Ike Live's crew, and I'm going to ask him, have you ever flipped your Hobies? I know y'all fish out of them.
I have not. And Vegas is a big Hobie guy, too, and he hasn't flipped his yet, so.
He has to fall out.
Marco, like, how does a jarhead flip a Hobie kayak? What were you doing? Were you doing yoga? Like, what were you doing?
It just happens.
It was a, let's show the wife not what to do, but do it and accidentally flip your kayak.
That's right. That's right.
It was quite funny, and I told him, I swear, I was like, I'm going to ask the Ike Live crew.
Like, were you overreaching for a beer? Like, what were you?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
It was something like that.
As long as something like that exists, that's good.
Hey, Leah, I got something for you. Hang in there. Just listen real quick.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, Leah, you might as well just get out your walker, because by the time you get it, you'll be using it.
Where is it?
Ryan?
Dead air.
Ryan?
Exactly. Get out your denture medicine, Marco and Leah.
I forgot you guys can't hear. I was playing audio through the microphone, but you guys were talking over it, so you couldn't hear it.
What?
I was playing something through my microphone, but you can't hear me because the soundboard's effed up in here. So you just talked over it.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
My favorite Martian.
As you were.
Did you guys?
And then Becky ran out of the room.
All right.
We just had a Vegas come down in the middle of the night.
A Vegas.
We had a Vegas.
You know, he wasn't putting up with me. He wanted the seat back.
He wanted his seat back. That's what he woke
like,
up out of
dude,
his sleep to get his seat back.
We're talking Hobie kayaks. I want this seat.
That's right.
Around in his own kayak, man.
That's right. That's right. Well, guys, I appreciate you joining us tonight. It was totally an honor to have you guys on the phone and talk to you. I hope you enjoy some of the stuff you're going to get. And man, I don't know what to say, but man, keep watching. We appreciate that you're fans of the show. We really love it.
Oh yeah, no, thank you.
Good
Yes,
luck.
thank you guys tremendously. Your shenanigans have pulled us through the darkest of times thus far, so thanks.
That's awesome, man.
You're welcome. Marco and Leah, everybody. Thank you guys. Wow, it's cool. It's cool. That actually made that I said it, but isn't that an amazing thing? Like, that's an amazing thing because think about it. Like, this is really sort of, I don't want to say ridiculous, but
It's
we
ridiculous.
just get together and just talk.
This is how we act. If this wasn't here, this is how we're sitting at a bar talking.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's really amazing that people appreciate that, and people like it, people watch it. What a cool,
They connect to it.
What a cool outlet. What a cool outlet that is, man.
And like I said, I know you don't get that much time to do it, but like being in the booth down at the Classic where you're in the mix with everybody, to hear so many stories like that, where people are just, they're connected. They're going out of the way to come over
It's cool, man.
tell you how much they listen, they love it.
What a cool thing.
It means something to them, and that's humbling, man. It's
very cool.
Yeah, it's a super cool deal.
It's very cool. Yeah.
So we're gonna keep doing this thing.
We're gonna keep doing it. Doesn't feel like work. When it starts feeling like work, we won't do it. When it's fun and we're hanging out and drinking beers and people appreciate like those calls, we're gonna keep doing it.
Shit, I forgot to ask them something, dude. Shit. They watch a podcast that I wanted to talk to them about, Brian. Damn it.
What podcast?
Dude, they watch Sasquatch. They listen to Sasquatch Chronicles like I do. And I wanted to ask them why.
Wow.
Shit, man.
Damn it.
Got caught up in a moment of listening to them and I forgot to ask them.
When we put our prize pack together, we'll put a note in there from you. Why do you watch it?
God
And see if they
damn
respond
it,
back.
man. Shit.
That's funny. Well, dude, here's the funny thing. Dude, Dave Brodzik has made Stormtrooper more popular than Star Wars has. Fucking Brian the Carpenter is giving autographs Like, what kind of shit is this? Eric, the intern's getting hot chicks. Like, how is any of this possible? It's not.
I think Eric's hair is pulling the chicks.
It could be.
They're mesmerized by the quaff. You know those fish that lure things in with that little dangly thing?
That's the angler. The angler fish.
Yeah, the angler fish. That's Eric. Yeah.
Classic, actually.
Eric's got his little ducktails swinging
What?
around.
Wait a minute. What are you
A
saying?
little, a little side story from the classic. The chef at the hibachi restaurant that we were at that one night kept calling me Justin Bieber. That was his name.
Yeah, because being called The Rock would suck.
Oh.
You know?
Do you sing?
That guy was
Hey,
funny.
do you sing it all?
Is who sing?
Eric, do you
Oh,
sing?
me? Oh, no musical
Try
talent
something.
Are we gonna
whatsoever.
ask
I
people
wish.
about that? Naming it or no?
Who's left?
No, I'm exhausted.
man.
Yeah, we're
Brian's
4
out
hours
on that.
in.
Angry Brian counting F-bombs tonight. Being angry.
Brian's out on it.
Angry Brian.
Oh, no.
All right, Brian Carpenter, we're at 10 after 10. I'm thinking 20 more minutes. You want to open up the phone lines and go 20 more minutes?
Oh, my
Oh, my
word.
God. We've been on
We'll give away one
4
more.
hours.
No.
3 hours and 35 minutes in.
Let's go. Let's open the phone lines.
I only been here for 3. I'm good.
funny.
All right, everybody watching Ike Live, listen to me. Thank you for hanging in there with us all night. We've had an amazing show. It's been fun. It's been a catch-up. We've had Jordan Lee, 2-time Classic champion, on the phone tonight. We've had 2 amazing individuals.
We had Matt Lee on.
We had Matt Lee on. We had Marco and Leah just on the phone. It's been a great night.
We still
Rick
have
Mars.
Matt Lee if we want him.
We do. Let's open up the phone lines.
If
Let's
Matt
go
come-
about 20 more minutes.
All right.
And let's give away one more of these posters.
One more.
Yeah, because we have 2 here.
Oh, okay.
We're giving
Marco.
one away
Yeah.
with the ring and the. We're going to do a lot to Marco.
Yeah.
Any kind
Well,
of
we got
beer
one
surprise
poster
me.
I want to give away
Just
right
not
here.
None of that crap we never heard of down there.
If yeah, Pete, tell me something.
Yard, Pete, Pale Ale.
If you're watching right now, listen to me. We are open up the phone lines 855-498-0691. If you've got a question or comment about anything you saw on the show tonight, give us a call. If you want to ask Becky a question, give us a call. Phone lines are open.
I have
Brandon
a
Carpenter,
question.
what do you got?
Why did Pete offer to get me a drink?
I know.
Pete!
He's a chauvinist. I told you earlier. He's chauvinist. He chauvinist you. Me too, you. Right in front of everybody.
Me too, Jim.
Pete, me too, and people.
Beck, were you here when we did the Triton High School Awards?
No, but I see the
God.
awards.
Yeah, he gave me an award.
It was good.
Brian, he hammered Brian.
Yeah, well, he doesn't get an award because he couldn't even print the damn things out.
I like how the date was just like
8 o'clock this morning, there's a whole lot of cursing in the kitchen. Right?
I know. I can't do anything.
My signature's worse than mine, and I got a bad. I don't ever do the same signature twice. Like you can never pin me to a signature because my signature.
I have like an R and then a whole lot of woo.
Yeah, just
and a dot.
everyone does that up and down, up and down, up and down, heartbeat.
Hey, but kids nowadays don't even learn cursive.
No, I know they don't.
So what's that gonna? How do you have a signature then?
Well,
They don't,
I
they
think
have
the whole
followers.
signature thing's ridiculous anyway.
Why?
Why not just print your name? How does signing it different than printing it?
It's your custom take
Yeah.
on your own
Yeah,
name.
but
Yeah.
putting your mark on something anymore? Come on.
It's like pissing on a tree.
I gotta tell you
If
something.
you're a
Tomorrow,
dog.
tomorrow I'm interviewing for a new job, right?
Oh, shh. Don't
Yeah.
make
What?
fuss.
I'm interviewing for a new job.
You sure you wanted to say that right
Yeah,
here?
I don't care. You guys listen. You hire me. I don't listen. The point is, they're all insistent upon a resume, right? And you
Right.
do this. Everything now is online. All applications. No one's handwriting application anymore.
Right.
So why are you gonna make me do a resume when all the shit that's gonna be on that stupid resume is gonna be on the online application that I already
Right.
filled out?
This is Dave's
Resumes were
justification when he doesn't want to do stuff. He always has
Exactly.
a justification, and he's amazing at it.
Shit, Listen, resumes were for 20 years ago when to cut through application bullshit. You can look at a resume. Resumes are so unnecessary now because everything is available on everyone's platform of filling
Right.
out an application. That's all, Brian. When was the last time you filled an application, Brian?
I'm self-employed. I don't need to,
Exactly.
fool.
But I've been through that.
I'll
I'd
bet my
agree.
own
I'd
way.
agree.
It's pointless.
I would equate that to tournament meetings and registrations.
Yeah.
Right? Think about it. In today's age, not 10, 15, 20 years ago, why should you even go to a BASS elite pre-meeting before the tournament?
It's silly.
Why? All the rules are written, they're printed, they're handed to you, they're online, they're on your phone. They text you your marshal, who, by the way, is not even fishing. All they're doing is meeting you somewhere.
Yeah.
Why even go to a
It's a
meeting?
resume. It's a resume.
Why?
Yeah.
Why go to a bass meeting?
So the wives can have a beer while you're gone.
Well, that's the only reason.
You guys could do day drink though,
Because there's no other reason to have it.
Have some day
Hey,
drink.
but can I tell you, I agree about the resume part, but there should always be a cover letter. There is something to be said for it, because what you fill out on an application can look just like every other Joe Schmo filled it out in an application with the similar education, similar experience. But let me tell you, there's
what a gentleman.
Oh my God, I love you, Peter Glusek.
Thanks for
But
nothing,
there is
Pete.
something to be said about a cover letter, because it's the one chance that you have outside of the form to say who you are.
So I have
my
my
God.
question nailed, right? I've been through enough interviews when they say to you and they think they're going to get you on a little panel, like, what separates you from everyone else? I got the absolute best answer.
You're on Nike Live?
No. No, because then they can hear the shit I say what I really think. Why the hell would I do that? No, what I say to them is that I've never been the best at anything I've ever tried, but I've always been above average, and I always show up every day. That's it. That's my catch line, and it wins. Now, what they don't know is I'm not the best because I don't put the effort out. You know, if I'm not natural at it, then that's it. You know what I mean? But that little thing right there, like the little human resource.
Dave,
those types.
Dave, you got a caller on the line, bro.
Caller. Oh, Mike. That was horrible. Mike just. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Mike, this is Justin Fortune from Phoenix City, Alabama.
Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Good, man. I just wanted to call in. Thank you guys for the awesome party, the awesome Ike Live party.
Right on, brother.
Mike, Justin,
we really appreciate it, man. Thanks for staying true to yourself. You know, it's a sport where people get consumed, and we just appreciate you being real, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It was fun. Thank you for coming, man. Very amazing to be able to hang out and just get a beer and you know, no pressure, no cameras, no TV, just
there was cameras.
Hanging out, meeting people. Very nice. Thank you.
Justin,
I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, bud.
Hey, Justin, this is Brian. Did you close the place with us?
I didn't, man. I was a designated driver, and my people got a little out of hand.
Mine did too.
Yes, out of hand.
It was time to take them back to the hotel.
Good for you.
I like
Good
it.
for you to be the DJ.
That's awesome.
So you were Justin. You were the designated driver.
Yes, sir.
Shortest.
Did you draw the short stick?
Short straw.
Have you ever been elected that, or was this your first time? Are you like a normally responsible guy?
Yeah, I'd say somehow I'm always that guy.
So you're the guy with good credit, money in the bank. Yeah, money in the bank.
I'm the guy that doesn't want any extra problems.
I got you.
Yeah.
You're smart.
I like you. You and Pete Glusek would get along.
Yes.
Hold on. Did you see Justin? Did you see the Twitter video of Pete freestyle rapping?
No, I didn't catch that.
It looked like Kenny Rogers at a barbershop college reunion.
I can see that. I can see that.
I think people were impressed. I've been waiting for my record deal.
Well, look, man, I appreciate your time. Like I said, I just wanted to let you know we appreciate the hospitality, and thanks for being you and keeping it real, man.
Thanks for the call, man. We appreciate it.
All right, bud.
Have a good one.
Dude, do you know what a barbershop college is?
You talk about
teach you how to be a barber?
Nah, dude. It's like dudes will stand in a circle.
Quartet.
And they sing. No, but it's called barbershop college.
No, it's
What?
not. It's called a barbershop quartet.
Ah, shit. Look, so you know what a barbershop...
He's making
Why,
shit up.
why does he got me rapping at a place where you cut hair?
No, hold on. Do you know what a barbershop quartet is?
I
then?
do, yeah.
We actually, Brian and I, one time on Lake George, dude, we were up there during a barber shop
College quartet.
convention, and you couldn't walk down the main street without groups of dudes faced close, man, crazy close.
It was like Pitch Perfect.
Singing
it was
to
like
each
the
other.
movie,
Wow.
but dude.
Dude, it was crazy.
Wow.
I mean,
Oh, my
we were even more immature back then than we are now. We probably still would act the same. Dude, it was Brian. How funny was that, man?
Oh, Lake George?
Yeah, dude, with the barbershop guys.
Yeah, we're not
Barbershop
mature
guys.
enough to look at that.
We were
Wait, did they dress with the bow ties
Oh, yeah.
and the sweaters?
And
there was all kinds of variations.
And
of
they're
it.
all in each other's faces,
In
looking at
they
each
were
other's
so
eyes and
close,
singing.
boo ba doo ba doo ba doo, right in each other's faces, dude.
Yeah.
And the other guy's looking right at him, man, like breath, There had to be breath problems. Like, throughout the whole place. Not everybody had mint. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was crazy, man. They were in that range.
That's exactly
like
what I was
that.
doing, man. I was just freestyling, and we were like right there. We would get.
I saw the rhythm, man. The rhythm was right
Hey,
on.
this gives me a great idea. Could we do like Ike Live tour someday, and like we go to places like that?
Yeah. Well, we talked about it.
God, we could totally
The
do
ultimate
that.
goal of Ike Live, and it will happen, is to go mobile. It is the ultimate goal. Whether
Fish by day, make fun of the town by night.
Bluzak, bitches.
what is that? Oh, hey!
Ethiopian, give me bacon. See the way I talk, that's a trick. Where I talk, this blood, get up, blood, gave me bacon.
Why do I?
That's why the end gave me bacon. Credit card fraud, diamond shining all on my neck. I got this die for this, die for this.
That was awesome, dude. That was
Wow.
amazing.
I ain't scared.
Yeah. We got another caller. We got another caller coming through. Caller, what's your name? Where you call from? Caller, what's your name? Where you call from? Caller, what's your name? Where you call from? Brian's mixing back there with the static.
I don't think there's anyone there, Brian.
Yeah, she hung up. We actually had a female on the line.
By the way, shout out to what's the guy that puts all these together for us?
Oh, Kane Simpson.
Kane Simpson. Shout out to Kane Simpson. Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
His editing skills are really good.
Yeah, yeah. Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Kane
So
Simpson.
were you really freestyling with those?
I was.
That's awesome.
Well, the dude that Stefan, awesome.
Who? The guy with the white suit jacket?
Yeah, the guy that was beatboxing.
The guy with the beard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dressed like Crockett.
yeah.
No, that was a Canadian.
I don't know.
No.
He
guy
No,
with the beard.
Stefan was in normal clothing.
Yeah,
okay.
Stefan.
He didn't come in his suit.
He's a ex-military guy. He came in, has been working with Bash U, and he's just been a
He's great.
superstar.
He's great.
Superstar.
Yeah, he's
He
phenomenal.
loves our product. Can convey the message better than anybody.
How hammered were you?
Me, I'll be honest. I was turning down the shots left and right.
Meow.
I turned them down because so I was, we were having a good time, but I was okay. But he was like, he was on Brian, trying to get Brian to rap with him because he does a killer beatbox. It's just not real loud. He needs a mic.
Could you imagine that rap? It'd been like that Devo video we grew up on. There's like, we're talking heads. Brian would have been like, you remember when your name was called? I don't know. However that song went.
He kept egging me on, and he got me out in the parking lot while we were waiting for the Uber driver. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Hey, Beck.
I'm Pete Gluzak, bitches.
Leah just messaged us, said she also wasn't allowed to throw crankbaits.
Not alone.
That's funny. I did want to bring something up. I talked about the Triton thing earlier, and this is funny because this came up. So I was upstairs a couple nights ago. My mom was here, and I told Brian, I told you the story already. And my mom's retired now, and she was talking, and somehow somebody that still works there's name came up. She's like, Joyce Pinto is, this.
Oh, nuh-uh.
And I'm like, Joyce Pinto? I'm like, does she have a son? She's like, yeah. She's got, a couple kids and
Joey Pinto.
Yeah, her son's Joe Pinto, and he's a year younger than you. I'm like, oh. I'm like, is it the same Pinto from Siamai Little Pinto, Siamai Little Pinto, Siamai Little Pinto Clown?
Why do you still remember?
Oh, that guy.
And it was.
Yo, these bastards were cruel.
And
These
it
two
was.
guys.
I know.
And I'm like, well,
Right
wow.
now, tell what's happened to everyone
Yeah,
that
I'm
you
like,
guys made fun of is
what's
successful.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up with him? Oh, he's like a top surgeon at some university.
Joey Pinto.
Oh yeah, yes, like
Wow.
a doctor, and then like a semi attorney, chandelier, like freaking politician, like every one of
So
them,
that guy
dude.
maybe isn't successful, but the other two are.
Hey,
Freaking like
Joe Jackson.
they're
stunners.
They're like
dude.
saying, "F you, you're gonna make fun of me in high school. How you like me now?" How you like me now?
All
7
of 'em.
figures, surgeon?
Dude, all of them, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut your scalp open, cross your wires, and make you talk like. How you talking?
Let me get
Damn it.
Let me get
Oh,
Dave.
yeah,
Let me
have
get Dave Brosnick on the bill.
Have you talking
today.
in reverse like Mr. Mixel?
All right, I was in a car accident. Why I gotta get Little Pinto as my surgeon? Why?
Joe Pinto's a surgeon?
Yeah, was it a surgeon? It was a surgeon,
Some
right?
sort of doctor.
Doctor,
I don't
like
think you
a
might
top
you might
doctor. Maybe it's not a surgeon,
I
but
think
like
they're
a
the same
doctor.
because he was dumb as shit. The guy I'm picking up, dude.
No,
Wow.
no, Little Pinto, surgeon,
Shit.
brain
man.
surgeon,
I don't-
Little Pinto.
I thought you just said doctor.
No, Little Pinto, brain
This might
surgeon,
be slightly
semi-attorney, chandelier, politician.
But if anyone is younger and watching, if you want to go into the medical field, either be a dentist or a dermatologist.
I want to be
There's
a dentist.
no emergencies.
Well,
You get to
forehead-
pick your
forehead is a
and
dentist.
Insurance doesn't cover anything, so you get to take all the
Straight
money
cash.
home.
Straight rape.
Dermatologist, an
And
orthodontist. is
Dermatologist.
Yeah, it's rape with no consequence. Man.
Sai mai Little Pinto, sai mai Little Pinto, sai mai
Nah.
Little Pinto.
I gotta go see
Wow.
the. Do you see the dermatologist?
Of course.
So here's one,
Yeah.
dude.
Once a year, you got to get the skin checked.
Yeah, I got to go. I haven't been for a couple
Look at
years.
that.
I got one from Blast from the Past, and I'll be able to contact some people listening. So, listening to a podcast talking about the one flight that crashed down in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the terrorist hijacked
Yeah.
that plane that crashed.
The 9/11 one.
The 9/11 one that crashed. One of the guys that orchestrated the attack on the terrorist's name was Jeremy Glick.
What?
My heart stopped. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I hurried up, got away from anybody at work. They couldn't see me on the phone.
Yeah.
I Googled the Jerry Glick, the plane that crashed. I think it's like, how many Jerry Glicks do you think?
Yeah.
Nah, this Jerry Glick was a different one. This kid was, but I thought it was a Jerry Glick we grew up with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nah, but
Not
he's
a
dead. I
common
mean, obviously he's dead. But yeah, this kid grew up in Syracuse, New York. Was like a judo champion in college, and he was one of the guys that led the attack on the terrorists to crash the plane before it got to the Senate building, which is what their target was.
Right.
Yeah, my brother had a name for the Jerry Glick that we grew up with. He called him the Mooch.
I'm sure he did,
Mooch.
because your brother gave all kinds of nicknames out to everybody. He hit me
so
off.
it was learned behavior.
Yeah. Yeah, he called me Square Deal. That's
Dude,
what he was the first one to tell me I had a big blockhead.
Dude, I'll never.
Wait, are there no callers? Like, does no one want to talk
No,
to
nobody
us?
wants to talk to us. We're telling too many good stories.
There's no one watching.
Dude,
now.
I'll never
It's
forget.
confirmed.
We were on the street,
Scared.
right down the street from your house, Bri. What was the street that went this way, the long ways? Not the side street, the long.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. We're on Lindsay. We're in the middle of Lindsay, in the middle of the street. And it was Rob Dixon and DeSanti having an argument.
Yeah, that's your stepbrother or something.
Yeah. And he was
What?
Yeah, that's even longer story, but he was all up in his face. He was all up in his face like, "No, man, that's bullshit. You knew what I told her. You knew, man. You knew what I told her." And Rob's like, "No, that I did not know."
Let me tell you something about that asshole Rob Dixon.
All right, hold on, man.
Rob Dixon. What, Brian?
Nothing.
Rob Dixon stole Dolly Gibby away from me in the Lazy River in Wildwood.
He did you a favor.
Yeah.
He did you.
I don't get it.
No, like
Lazy River, like that was his girl. He
yeah,
took
like
her
Dolly
on the Lazy
Gibby
River.
was like my unofficial girl. And
He
then
did you a favor.
I caught that bastard floating with her in the middle of the tube. Yeah.
He
They were
did your
both
ass
in the
a
same
favor.
tube.
He did you a favor because she ended up in jail.
Yeah, man, she got caught up. Man.
Is she really?
What?
Yeah, it was like 8th grade, dude. 7th, 8th grade.
Name a name.
Oh,
R.I.P.
oh, Bryce.
What's Brian?
I said R.I.P.
Oh,
She's dead?
really?
Really?
I think so, yeah.
No, I don't think so. Really?
Yeah.
Well, you don't know. Damn, Brian the Cronkite breaking shit.
I'm just saying maybe we ought to.
Well, I always said I was talking about Rob Dixon, that rat.
I talked to Pat.
You sure we're allowed to do this?
Pete Glusick changed the subject.
Rob Dixon might be dead,
Pat
too.
Rose. I did an interview with Pat Rose this week, and we talked at length about a lot of stuff. But the main thing he said was
Pete Rose.
Pat Rose. And
Pat wasn't Pat the one that was a wrestler?
Yeah.
he was former pro wrestler, and he goes, your show's too long. You got to leave them wanting. You got to end it.
Yeah.
Oh, because tell Pat if we did more than one every other month. We can do that.
Basically, everyone is stuck right now with what would be happening at the bar.
Yeah.
Conversation,
Yeah.
and we're just.
I'll be honest with you. To me, this is the best part of the show.
Because you know what you're talking about. They have no idea what you're
But,
talking about.
but we're providing context. We're providing context.
Minimal.
Minimal how?
He didn't even get the lazy river.
No.
But how do you know? How do you not know? How do you know what the lazy river is?
How do you not know Dolly Gibbeu?
I don't know.
But you don't, like, seriously, you don't know what the lazy river is at every amusement park?
I'll do better next time.
Like Cartman said on South Park, the lazy river never looks so lazy.
Wait a
You never know
minute.
what that was.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Everybody, hold on 1 second. Calm down. Beck.
There's a lazy
Beck.
river that looks so lazy.
Wait a minute. Is that what do I think I hear? Is that Brian's ghost? Do you hear that?
Oh,
Pete. Wait a minute.
Brian,
What is
let's
that?
bring this
No,
show
no,
to
hold on.
us.
I'm
Wait.
here. What do you need, Mike?
Brian, where are you?
Dead.
But who are you with? What are you doing?
Don't do it. It was so you lost in the softball. Don't hit it, Brian. We have to close the show. Has
right.
every sponsor been thanked
Yeah,
for
hold on, hold on.
supporting
All
this
right.
ridiculousness?
All right.
Thank you, Liquid Mayhem. Flambo, you're
Flambo.
awesome. Real Snot, thanks for sticking by us.
Real Snot.
We didn't even talk about what happened to poor Real Snot
What
at
a
the
real-
Classic.
oh my Real Snot.
I know we didn't.
Okay,
That's
you
a
want to
whole
talk
big
about it real
story.
quick?
Let's
Give us
talk
some
about
props
it. Absolutely.
before we kill the show.
Let's talk about
Man,
it.
well,
Oh, it's
you
dead.
want to do it?
Yeah, so apparently the phone was off the hook.
Brian, you have
That makes sense.
You have like 2 jobs.
I know.
I show up a few minutes late and you got the phone off the hook?
It's a lot of buttons back here, cuz. I dare you to come back here.
Yeah.
Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, no water juice. I just wanted to call and check in, say what's up. You had no callers tonight, so I figured I'd call in.
Thank you for rescuing us.
Thank you for pointing that
We
out.
appreciate that.
Yeah, so just wanted to check in, say what's going on, Mike. Hope your season's going well. My season's starting off pretty good. I had a tournament down in Okeechobee for my New Hampshire Federation.
What?
And I got lunker for the 2 days that we had the tournament, so off to a good start, and just looking to see what the rest of the season. I'm in Vermont right now, and it's snowing, and it sucks.
Boo, boo.
Yeah.
So what was Lunker at Okeechobee?
Well, the second day was it was like 6-2, and then the first day was 4-12.
Ooh.
So
It
your
was like a
federation.
cold front we faced down there, and it wasn't that. It was great. That was my first time down there, so I have no complaints.
What brought your federation down to Florida? Was it? What was it?
You know what, Pete? I have no idea. And like a month ago, I was just down there doing some work down there, and it just happened to fall in my hands where I could do the tournament. So
Right.
I was stoked on that. But I guess they had planned on doing it for a couple of years because one of the guys had fished Okeechobee before.
So, are you a member of Bash U?
I am not a member of Bash U.
Why not?
No, because all my funds are getting tied up in the tournament entry fees. I'm sure you've been there before.
This is actually a
Mike,
good case study, Pete.
Dude, you can make
There's the real Pete, by the way.
10 times.
You guys, I was going to hammer him.
Pete, this is a good case study.
I know.
We're talking all the time about real life. Dude, here it goes. This
I know.
fun's fucking tied up, man.
Dude,
Come on.
we did the
And,
guy.
and Mike, where were you last winter? I was expecting you to come up to Waterville to come snowboarding for some lessons.
Oh, I would have came up. I'm so good at skiing and snowboarding. Ask Becky. Dude, I go down that black diamond like shh, 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 shh. You know what I'm saying?
On his butt.
All right, Pete.
It is skiing
What?
is the one thing I have over Mike in athletics,
I-
and I
that's
and
true.
I
If
will
you
hold on to
ski,
that.
if you snowboard anything like you surf, that's the smallest wave I've ever seen anybody surf. My God, it looked like if you dropped a Cocoa Puff in a bowl of milk.
Dude, I attempted it 50 times and I got up one time.
I swear, I
it
never
was
saw
so
such a
bad.
small wave. I didn't know you could
I
surf
couldn't
that.
do it. I could not
And then-
fucking
and
do
then-
it.
Like I could have
And
heard of that.
Brian, I wanted to make sure did you guys ever get those sweatshirts I sent you? Because I did.
Oh,
send you some
yeah!
sweatshirts.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
The black sweatshirts.
Yep.
Yes, I love that sweatshirt.
Yeah, we don't ever see anything that gets sent here.
I love that sweatshirt.
I don't work there anymore, so you don't have to wear it.
No, it's all right. I
It's
love
all
that
good.
sweatshirt. Wow.
What's the sweatshirt say?
I can't remember. It's black and red.
No, it was
was-
Waterville Valley Ski Resort.
It was cool.
But it's all good because I don't work there anymore, so we don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
fuck that place.
But listen, Pete wants to sell you on the best university. And right now, what is the % you can get off of the Cajun movie?
Well, I was going to give him 100% off and like $2,500 worth of TH Marine products, but because he cut me off.
Well, Pete, I'll take it. I'll take anything. You know?
All right. So you don't get anything from the Bass University. Now you get a shitty Bass Angler Sportsman Society membership.
What are you getting that for him?
Nah, dude, just pay attention to the Bass University. We give 30 days free away often. Go try it. I think it helps everybody. I mean, heck, Cliff Crochet uses it to help him become a better angler. A lot of
I'm not
other
gonna lie.
guys.
I watch the YouTube clips all the time, and then it gets to the point where they're getting into the good stuff, and I'm like, oh
Poacher.
shit.
See?
Yeah.
This is a great case study, Pete.
Yeah.
Come on.
Why? Well, you got to convert. Come on over. Join the group, man. It's
Join
all there
us.
for you. Well, we did a calculation to get about.
Once I'm retired and I have enough money to join that, I think that'll be first on my agenda.
I'm pulling that subscription offer. Oh, shit.
But love you guys so much. You got,
Hey.
obviously.
All right,
big
man.
fan, so.
Juice.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
thanks for
Yep,
calling
love
in,
you
man.
guys.
Thanks
Talk
for
to you
coming
later.
out. We appreciate you.
Good luck with Bassmaster Academy.
All right. I'm going to officially end this. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Want to thank, let's go through it real quick. Liquid Mayhem, promo code IkeLive25, 25% off everything in the site. Flambeau, Ike Live, 20% off everything on the site. Order over $100, get $50 free for tackle warehouse. Ike Cutters, Lake Rolls, 20% off. Announcement, iTunes, Yo Stitcher. And when...
Call, you're on the air.
Bassmaster Academy.
How's it going today, guys?
Good. Call it. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Wayne Mars.
Wayne, shut the show off. Like, I can hear the show.
Show off.
Is that better?
Yes. All right, Wayne.
So I was trying to ask a question to Matt Leah over there, and the question is, when you were sitting on the hot seat, and your brother came up and outweighed you, and he had to take your seat, how were you feeling?
Fuck you, Wayne, for asking me that question, Dick. What do you think I was feeling? I felt like shit.
And my next question is to Mike Iaconelli. You posted a picture of 4 baits for the cold winter season. Which bait out of those 4 was number 1 in your choice?
Zara Spook.
Mike Iaconelli
Mike
has
didn't
no
answer
idea
the
what's going
question.
on.
You posted a picture of 4 wintertime baits.
Yes.
What is your number 1 of the 4?
My number 1 of the 4 would be half-ounce missile jigs, black and blue.
Pete threw
Damn
his
it.
off.
All right, Wayne, come on.
Can't go wrong with the duck.
Wrap it up.
You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
boy.
I think there's more in Matt that we have to discover. You know.
I'm here all night.
Mike, do you want any more calls or not?
No.
No?
No?
Matt, are you excited about your wedding?
Is anybody excited about their execution?
No, but that does bring up a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. Brian, we might go off for another hour now. That was interesting that Jordan brought that up.
Matt's wedding date?
Yes. Yes. I thought that was...
with the-
Oh, dude, it hit me like right away.
Yeah.
Dude, my Spidey... Beck talks
Conspiracy?
about Spidey. Oh, dude. My Spidey senses went off big time.
Oh,
So we had Jordan on, and Jordan was like, it could have went either way, because, Matt's wedding was the week after Travis, was the week before, and I'm like, ooh.
That's why they didn't put it that week.
Exactly. That's the first thing that I thought.
Oh, I already knew that from the lady chain.
They didn't put it that week because of Matt's wedding.
Yeah.
That's fucked, man.
Because they accounted for Matt, but not everybody else.
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
Not everybody
That's the first thing that I thought.
And look,
Is that they got a call. Hold on. Let me keep talking now that I'm fired up. They got a call from Matt Lee, who is an Auburn graduate. Bruce Akins, who's one of the owners of Bass, happens to be an Auburn graduate.
Conspiracy.
Gets a call from Matt Lee and says, please don't do it this week because my wedding's this week. And Matt, it's nothing against you. I want you to get married. You and your wife are lovely. Your wife to be are lovely.
Outrage.
But that's fucked. Then you move it to a week where I'm fucked. That's bullshit. Survey the entire angler group as a group, not one dude.
Yep.
I kind of, dude. When he said that, it hit me.
Flaw in the system.
It hit
me.
me.
Major flaw in the system.
It's bullshit.
And they were
it's
never,
bullshit,
they
dude.
were never going to put it over there because believe me, if I heard it through like the wife chain down all the way to me, and I'm so disconnected, then you know the stink that was made to make sure. Okay, but seriously, we're given a schedule, so you do schedule your different events, your vacations around it. But let's be honest, we schedule our babies, we schedule our weddings around a tournament schedule.
Can't change it.
I don't schedule either one of those for mid-tournament season.
Brian's a concrete. Now'd be a good time for a technical malfunction.
And it is what it is. Listen, we all know that we didn't have that tournament, which was made it very convenient for the entire field directly after TTBC.
Because of Matt Lee.
Which is 4 hours away so that Matt Lee could get married.
That's bullshit.
It is what it is.
Where's my balloon?
That's bullshit.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, but you got to figure, of the 110 guys, who else has been inconvenienced that we don't know about yet?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of people.
Who's willing to speak up about it?
I know a ton of people who've had to try to change schedules, vacations. I mean, because down south, they're on vacation.
Let me tell you, sons of bitches now. It had nothing to do with me and my wedding. Had to do with Jordan and his goddamn mani-pedi. He gets every goddamn month. It fell right at the end of June. Of course, he has to get it rescheduled. So enough of you and your horse shit. Woe is me, conspiracy theory, punk. I'm sick of this shit. I had enough of this. I'm going to get into golf myself or motocross like the Chiracs. Maybe shoot a video or two and shut you all up, punks. Sick of all you mouths.
Kind of sounds like Joe Pesci.
You shut up, Pete. You can't do your job on time. You don't tell me what I sound like. Handing out promo codes worth nothing. 9% off of 100%. It's still 9%.
All right. Hey, oh, my God. All right. This is a great time to end the show. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Let me remind you, if you want to catch up on old Ike Live episodes, please go to iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and, of course, IkeLive.com. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you to Jordan Lee. Thank you to Matt Lee for joining.
Good luck in your upcoming production.
Thank you to Marco and Leah for joining us, and thank you for everybody that tuned in tonight. It was a great show. What's that?
Rick Morris.
And
Wayne Morris.
Yes, upcoming show schedule. We have a show in May. I'm going to give you the dates in a little bit.
Oh, word?
Yes, we do.
A little bit. Are you going to be here?
I will be here.
Oh, nice.
We have a show in May, and apologies to Dick Morris. Supposed to have him on, but we ran out of time. Have a great night. I know we are. Good night, everybody. Good night. Bye.